Here, big round of applause. It is time for the toast, and to kick things off, let's give a big, warm round of applause for the father of the bride and his lovely wife.
Hello. How am I doing? How am I doing, Shane? All right. All right. All right. First, I want to welcome everybody to this this celebration today of Jourdan and Jared wedding, and it was their wedding. I had to think for a second there. And I also want to thank all of those that have come here tonight. I want to thank those that have been a part of pulling this together. Michelle and Tim, I want to also thank you so much for last night. It was a great evening, great celebration to start off the weekend. And we're just going to continue that on tonight and maybe tomorrow with whoever else is sticking around. So I also want to thank my wife here, Lee. She was spending hours and hours on the phone with with Jourdan, I know, and much more time than I could have spent talking on the phone. If you know me, I'm not one to talk much on the phone at all. So, but I would show my face in the what was that thing? FaceTime, yes, FaceTime. And I also want to, where's Shannon? Shannon, where's she? I want to thank Shannon. You see all these wonderful signs on these tables and outside. Shannon did all of these signs for us and did a great job. Let's hear it for Shannon. You know, first off, I look around here and you know, we went out looking for venues. My daughter here told me that she wanted to have a barn wedding, and I had no idea what a barn wedding was. And I thought, is she crazy or what? So anyhow, we started looking them up. We go around town, and we came to this place and pretty much fell in love with it as soon as we walked up here and discounted all the rest. The only thing was, this place was only available to us on Monday night. And I'm thinking, well, that's kind of weird. We're going to have a Monday night wedding. Oh, well, what the heck? And but then I get to thinking, hey, a Monday night wedding. We'll have maybe 25, 30 guests. My food bill is going to be dirt cheap. The bar is going to be almost free. And look what happened. You know, we've got a full house. And I want to say it makes me extremely proud to see everybody here and all the lives that Jared and Jourdan have influenced just in the short time they've been here with us. You know, we've known Jared for years and years and years and years. You know, every father wants for his daughter to find a man that loves her, a man that cares for her, protects her, and makes her happy. And along and behold, along came If All Else. And If All Else was a band that Jared and Andrew were in, amongst others. And, you know, band I would never listen to except for the fact that it was my son. And I was okay with it, with those two coming around. You know, all we saw was Jared coming around. And but after a while, we started seeing some eyes being made towards each other over here. And it wasn't long before we found this innocent little girl here was sneaking, being picked up at the end of the driveway, and so, but I tell you something here, we've got a person in this family that we've just added to our family here that, you know, we saw how happy he made her and how good he was to her, protected her, and it wasn't long before we became very attached to Jared, and I couldn't be happier to have my daughter marrying a person here like Jared that I know cares for her and is going to protect her through all her life. You know, today I'm here speaking at their wedding, and you know, life has changed a whole lot for me, for them, over the past several years, and it's going to continue to do so. And I speak to the two of you. You must continue, you know, to nurture your love and your friendship. I want to leave you these 3 thoughts, because these have worked for your mother and I now for 32 years, and I hope you have at least that long together. First off, I want you need to treat each other with respect, love, and compassion. You need to pay attention to the little things, the good little things and the bad little things, and figure out which ones need attention and which ones you need to let go. You need to respect each other's feelings no matter what they're thinking. And whether you believe in those feelings or not, you got to remember those feelings are real to your spouse, no matter what you might think about those feelings. You need to never go to bed mad at each other. That was something that my brother-in-law told me. And I've tried to stick by that most nights. We do a pretty good job at it, I think. And you know, you never know what tomorrow's going to bring or if tomorrow's ever going to come. And last but certainly not least, you need to be each other's best friends. I grew up in a house that was filled with my best friends, my wife, Lee, and my children. When somebody asked me about who I was living with, or who was in my house and who were my friends, I said, you know, my best friends are living in my house with me, and you know, that goes true today. So I'd like to have you please join me in a toast to Jourdan and Jared. You know, I knew this day would come from the moment she was born, and you know, I've been thinking about, you know, when the day got here that I'd be losing a daughter, but that could be the farthest thing from the truth. I've gained a son-in-law that is part of our family from today forward, a man that I know is going to take care of my daughter and love her, cherish her, and protect her forever. So I'd like to remind you that life is not about the destination. It's about cherishing the journey to get there. And may God guide you and bless you as you begin your journey together. Congratulations.
Who don't know me, my name's Emily. I met Jourdan back when we were just 12 years old. We met through a mutual friend, actually, and we were just starting middle school. Pretty much the moment we met, we said, hey, let's be friends. Let's get through this. Let's go through middle school, high school, college, life, marriage, everything. There was never really a moment that I said, hey, this girl's my best friend. It was all the little things that we did. We had so much in common, our mutual obsession with the band All Time Low. We spent every day over one summer watching their little DVD that they had, never getting old. Every single time we'd watch it, Jourdan would fall asleep within about 5 minutes of it. We'd be having a full conversation. 2 minutes later, I would not get a response back, and I'd look over, and she's sound asleep. And then we went to college, and I knew it would be so much easier having my best friend living in the same, not the same dorm room, but the same dorm building. We had great times that first Halloween. Good times. for 1 year we lived together, and I remember thinking, this is going to be the greatest year of my life, living with my best friends, getting to spend every night together. We would drink the crappiest mixed drinks, eat popcorn, and watch episodes of Full House, every single episode. It was great. Sorry. I've known Jared and Jourdan have pretty much been dating the entire time that we've been friends. I've become friends with Jared. I'm trying. They're my favorite couple to be around. I never feel like I am the third wheel, even though I am their honorary third wheel. Everywhere we go, I say it. I don't mind it. I embrace it. I'm also their personal photographer. Most of the pictures you see of the two of them, I was the one taking it. I was there, but you wouldn't know. Anyways, anyway, I just wanted to finish off by saying I'm so happy that you met someone who could also be your best friend. I'll allow it. And thank you, Jourdan, for being my best friend, my person for life. And I love you. I love you both. So cheers to the bride and groom.
Whoa, it's a couple tough acts to follow there. But with that said, the wedding coordinator asked me to request that nobody stand on their chairs or tables in my conclusion of my speech for an encore. So please refrain from giving me a standing ovation at the conclusion of this. I actually found that online. It's probably said at every wedding. DJ Shane's probably over there like, is it not starting good? But yeah, like he said, my name is Joe. I'm Jared's best friend. First, I'd like to thank the Carmodys, Mr. and Mrs. Carmody. Thank you for everything you've done, all the hard work you've put in. I know that it's probably been difficult putting together a wedding that's, the bride and groom are, halfway across the country. So without you guys, we wouldn't be here tonight. So thank you. Just a quick shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Scott, provided the booze and an excellent night last night. Anyway, I've known Jared for a long time. We went to preschool together. We went to middle school and high school together. He was too cool to hang out with me then. Too busy with the band, I guess. But we reconnected in college and both went to UCF, reconnected, and saw him in the gym, saw a familiar face. You wouldn't know looking at us now, but we did go to the gym freshman year. But yeah, we became friends. We started a new friendship. We hung out in his dorm room every day, lived off of Subway, Domino's, and video games. Then we decided to move in together. Got an apartment, continued living off of those 3 food groups, added a 4th in there. If you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, to play off what Emily had said, I'm also a third wheel. But I've never really felt like it. I've never felt like a third wheel. And I've been able to see these two grow. I mean, they've been together 9 years. I mean, that's a very long time. You don't really see that. But I've been able to see them grow, and I've been able to see how much they care for each other, how much they have in common, and how much they really love each other. But with that said, I mean, there's not much I can tell you about Jared that you don't already know. He's extremely bright, he's extremely driven, extremely hardworking, and extremely lazy. I don't know how you could be hardworking and lazy, but he is. You know, I don't think the guy studied for the MCAT once. I think he just, was in his room kind of watching TV. But with that said, I'm extremely happy for you guys. I'm honored to be here. I'm honored to call you my best friend, and I'm honored to be your best man. So with that said, a toast to Jared and Jourdan. May they live a long and happy life filled with love.